Hey everybody, it's Mr. Seward, your favorite Project Lead the Way teacher, and today we are going to be taking a look at the second step in our tiny house design. And first I wanted to show you something while I'm on camera here, but you're going to need some sort of stiff cardboard or paper to do this project. And I just pulled this pizza box out of our recycling bin. You could use probably similar kind of thing would be like a cereal box, or perhaps a cardboard of some sort or another box that comes from cooking, or your whatever. Anyways, so here is this box, and I just cut the end of it open, and on the inside here is it's all nice and blank. And what I can do with this is I can use the outside of this, or this side right here, for areas on my project. And you'll see this in a few minutes. That'll probably hopefully make sense to you, that are going to be shown. And I don't then on this side here, we can actually glue or tape or something down the drawings that we're going to be making. So I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to go to the Google Classroom right now and show you what is on here. This is the assignment. So this is what's called the final version, and this is on 4/23, which is Thursday, before 11:59. And if you're watching this in a different year than 2020, then you can ignore that due date, and the due date for your particular year will be posted on the Google Classroom, like this one is right here. You can see page number 3 of the PDF called tinyhouse.pdf. So here's the pages up here, and I'm going to go down to page number 3, and this is our to-do list. And this is the third step right here. It's called final version, and you're going to be creating a final version of the tiny house. There are 4 pages for the base, for the walls, for the roof, and you're going to see that there is a requirement list that goes with this also. So we'll get to those things in a couple seconds, but let's finish with this. So you're going to view this video about the tiny house. I don't have the video posted down here yet, but it will be by the time you read this. The next thing is you should read tinyhouse2.pdf. Now, tinyhouse2.pdf is this file right here. You can see in my browser thing it has tinyhouse2.pdf. So you should read through this in addition to watching. I'm not going to read this verbatim. I just want you to have an overview, and then we'll go from there. So you should read tinyhouse2.pdf. Now you're going to be drawing some parts. One of them is going to be the base. That's on the 5th page of the tinyhouse2.pdf. You're going to be drawing walls. Those are on page 6. Roof and ceiling, those are on page 7. And you can print those pages, or you can use your own graph paper, or you can print the grid paper vertical.pdf that's going to be attached to this Google Classroom to use to draw those things out if you want to. You can use, like I said, your own grid paper if you like. Just count the blocks and draw the lines that you see on the blocks for the walls and stuff. Supplies you're going to be needing: computer paper. You might be needing the cardstock. That's what that pizza box was, or cereal box, or something similar to that. You're going to need crayons or colored pencils, because you're going to have to make things look nice. You're probably going to need a pair of scissors or some sort of a X-Acto type blade. You're going to need some tape, possibly. Most likely you will need some glue, either glue stick or white glue, to glue the paper down to the box part. You're going to turn in this final version by taking pictures of your house. I want you to see the pictures, the pages 14 through 20. You're going to see those. Get your pictures in nice and close for me so that I can see them nicely. And you're going to put them on your Google Doc that's attached to this assignment, and you're going to submit them via the Google Classroom. I've learned in the last couple days that sending it to my email is difficult for me, so we can just submit them via the Google Classroom, and then I will give you the pass or fail, and if I say fail on something, I'll tell you exactly what we need to do. So let's go to the PDF now. So this is an example of the house. Okay, here is the next page. It's just a black and white of that. Here is our steps in the to-do list. This is the third step. So we're going to be creating a final version of the house as I read through earlier. And here is the requirements list that you need to have in your house. I suggest you print this or somehow write this out and just make sure that you're putting all these things in to your house. Again, it's your responsibility to read through this and make sure you know what all the things are that you're going to need to have, okay? Now, this is where you might want to start printing things. This is page number 5. This is the base of your house. You're going to design your house on this base. The dark outlines are your house. This would be the front wall and the back wall and the right-hand wall and the left-hand wall. And anything that's outside of that dark area is going to be considered the yard, like they have right here in this particular house. Here are the two walls. This would probably be the back wall and left-hand side, and well, this one might be the front wall and the right-hand side. So you can take a look at those and start, designing on those. Here is the roof and the ceiling. Again, this is the dark outline. Here is your walls of your house, and this light, or the single outside of here, single line or row, is your overhang on your house. So see how he has this one like this, and notice they even drew the shingles on there. Cool. Okay, you're going to need to actually color these things now. So your drawing should be nice and neat. You want to use either crayons or colored pencils. I'd say colored pencils are better than crayons, but if that's all you got, then go ahead and use those. Markers tend to bleed through paper, and it can be difficult to manage. So just a word of advice there, okay? If you're up to it, try cutting out your windows and your doors. Make the doors swing. You'll see a picture of something like that. Decide what kind of exterior you want on your house. Is it going to be a wood, a stucco, log cabin, something else? Color and add designs. Be creative. Now, I've put these little things on here, these next two pages, this one and this one. This is page numbers 9 and 10. These are different items for your house. Like here's a couch and a sink and a single bed and a stove and a bathtub, all that kind of stuff, and a toilet. There's another sink, kitchen table, a double bed. Since I'm going through this, that looks like a table with a lamp on it, to be honest with you. I think I mentioned the bathtub. Anyways, I put these on here, and if you wanted to use these to put them onto your house, if you don't want to just hand draw these things on your house, you could probably color these and then cut them out after you color them. I suspect that would be the easiest way to do this, and then put them onto these pages like here, and the wall if it was a window or something like that. So that's just a hint. Maybe you can do that, maybe you don't want to do that. There's a rug. Looks like the toilet again. I don't know, I guess they got a couple of those. Anyways, this would be a countertop. So, a plant, nice. Anyways, so here's an example of how one of the houses was done. Again, this is nice and neat. So if you're drawing these by hand, use a ruler, sharp pencil, that kind of thing. Color neatly inside the lines. We want it to be looking good. Here is all the things done, completed for the house. We've got this roof over here. You see he's got a fan drawn in here and some canister lights. Can't really tell what those are myself, but whatever. Here is the walls on both sides, and what you'll notice is that, like, this is a countertop right here, I think. You'll notice that where this thing folds right along this line, the countertop goes onto this surface also. So I'm going to move on here. This is how things will line up for you once you put them onto the base and the two walls, and having the not the ceiling, sorry, the two sets of walls there. And then you'll start putting it together. And again, like this is a countertop. You'll notice that the counter is drawn on the wall and it's drawn on the floor plan. Same thing for this area back here. You can see the stove is on both the floor plan and on the wall. You want to do that. The windows, those are just on the wall, of course. Shower, it goes on to both. So I expect to see a picture of something similar to this. One of your photographs looks like this. And then here's the other wall. They've just spun this around. Here's the stove, right? So they've just turned this 180 degrees. And then there's the cabinet that the TV sits on, and the door. You can see they actually cut this door out and they've got it wide open. Notice it hinges on this edge right here. Your kitchen, the sink, and all of that good stuff, they're all projected up onto the walls. So second picture, right? That's for you to put onto your thing, onto your project. Here is a piece of paper that just says, they're just trying to say you probably won't need to glue these down or tape them down, because once you fold them, they should stand up pretty well. Okay. Then once you get all the walls put up, take a nice overhead shot of this looking down from the top and show me what it looks like from above. Okay. And then take one of the walls off and just shoot a picture that shows the ceiling. Okay, so I think there's going to be like 5 photos or something, or 6, somewhere in that neighborhood. Don't quote me on that, but you kind of duplicate these pictures that you see here. Okay, here is the front of the house, and then the back of the house. So put all those pictures on a Google Doc, and then send that to me on the Google Classroom, and that'll be great. All right. If you have questions, you can email me, and we'll answer them as best we can. Thanks a lot.